crime payoff for a pair of aging jewel thieves? Peter Falk is the brains and Charles Durning's the brawn behind the almost perfect crime in Happy New Year. Next on HBO. HBO salutes the many faces of success.
This award demonstrates that television does not have to be mediocre.
Recognizing achievement in cable excellence over the past year, the ACE Award.
Wesley Snipes' Vietnam War story.
Still HBO Comedy Hour Live.
Robin Williams, Comic Read.
HBO World Stage, Billy Joel from Lenny.
Dennis Miller and Mr. Miller Goes to Washington. The home box office in recognition of its high-impact program.
Pamela Reed, Tanner 88.
HBO Showcase, Tidy Ending.
Not necessarily.
Donnie Glover, Alfred Woodard, Mandela.
Vietnam War story.
Dear America, letters home from Vietnam. Location, Jackie Mason.
Is cable resting on its coaxials? No, no, no.
They know art when they see it.
Thank you for the recognition.
I'd like to thank all of you and the Cable Academy and everyone involved in acknowledging HBO in this way.
Here's to the many faces who made HBO the Ace High winner of the 10th Annual ACE Awards. Thanks and congratulations.
You cable people knocked me out.
For the best time on TV, catch all the bright young stars coming to HBO this year. Stars like Meg Tilly, Kim Cattrall, and Rob Lowe in the suspenseful Masquerade. Molly Ringwald and Randall Batinkoff tying the knot for keeps. John Cryer goes back to high school in Hiding Out. And Matthew Broderick in Neil Simon's Army comedy, Biloxi Blues. They're just some of the bright young stars you'll see this year on HBO, the best movie.
Once upon a time, there was a family, a little uprooted by life. They had a new house, a new job.
I'm not new to business. I can't imagine things have changed so much in 13 years.
A new school, and a new neighbor.
Found out about the boy next door.
Doctors haven't been able to get a word out of him.
Hi, Eric.
Maybe a friend could.
Eric, get away from the edge! How did you get in here, Eric?
Would you be afraid of a balloon falling?
He can fly.
You know, sometimes we need to believe in a little magic, especially when there's so much pain.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who could dream, and a boy who could fly. Because anything is possible. You just have to believe. The boy who could fly. Today.
Arthur Beneker may have been abandoned, but he's not alone.
I've been on my own my whole life. What I want's a family.
We are a family.
Yeah, we know that, but nobody else does.
So he and 4 orphans set out to make an impossible dream come true.
We're home.
May we live here in peace and happiness as long as we like.
But just when the going gets good, the good get going.
What's your name, anyway? Where's your mother?
We just want to know what's going on here in our town.
You must have a guardian.
Let's face it, if these people want to make trouble for us, it's not going to be too hard to do.
Uh-huh. Andrew McCarthy stars in a heartfelt story about love.
No one's gonna break us up. Not anybody.
About laughter. And about being a family.
Don't panic.
The Beneker Gang. Today on HBO.
Can if you tell people you're sick. Nobody has to know. I'm not a criminal. I've got a disease.
It's time for them to discover what friends are for. Just a regular kid, an AIDS story. Tomorrow on HBO.
In China's Forbidden City, he was named emperor for 10,000 years. In the world as we know it, he was 3 years old. The true story. The Academy Award winner for Best Movie, The Last Emperor, premieres Sunday, February 12th on HBO.
Here we go. Lock it up, please. Stand by.
On the harsh streets of New York's Lower East Side, Hollywood has found the perfect backdrop for rooftops. a film that combines the fantasies of youth with the realities of the streets. Everyone, at one point or another, dreams of a better life. And for these enterprising characters, the fantasy has become a reality when they create a world above the world on the rooftops of abandoned buildings.
Action, Jason.
Jason Gedrick stars as T, the first to find refuge on the rooftops.
T's hope, T's drive, his focus is, I'm going to try and make it against everybody. And he puts himself on a rooftop, away from it all, and has his own quiet place, peaceful place, in this very wild, jungle-like environment.
The role of Elena, a young woman torn between her obligations to her family and her growing attraction to T, was a dream come true for actress Troy Byer.
This is such a great film because I get to do all the things that I've ever wanted to do. I get to be sassy, I get to dance, I get to be strong, I get to be weak. I'm able to do so many things that I've fantasized doing. It gives me a perfect excuse to let go because she's the type of girl who would let go. I, myself, for one, may not let go in a club because they'll say, oh, look at Troy. You know, no one's going to say, look at Elena.
Roll sound, roll cameras.
Capturing the heartbeat of the streets and creating a new sound for this film is Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics. Here with vocalist Etta James for the single Avenue D.
When I walk down the street in certain areas which this film is based on, I hear all sorts of sounds of street noises and car horns, and somebody's got the radio on with a rock and roll song on, and the next window you walk past has got some kind of hip-hop record, and I wanted to jumble everything up and make a collage of that sound.
And for Rooftops, Dave has combined his talents with accomplished choreographer John Carafa to create what could be the next big dance craze, combat dance.
Combat dance is something, it's a completely new idea, you know, it's never been seen before.
Combat dance is an offshoot of capoeira, the Afro-Brazilian dance, and Rooftops showcases both of these exciting and dramatic dance forms.
It's so exciting to me to see connected movement that comes from a personality and from emotion and from a feeling, and that's why I really wanted to do this movie, because every single thing that they do comes from the desperate situation that these kids are in.
I've always been able to pick up steps, but I've never been one to want to take the center stage and, you know, have everyone watch me. So I took my music box with Central Park, put on Janet Jackson, a couple other music, best of house music, and just started boogieing down and tried to let it out, because I knew if I didn't do it before I got here, it would have never come out.
It's everything I thought it would be. Everything. Absolutely. Nothing less, if anything more. I'm very happy to be here.
Rooftops, a Robert Wise film from New Visions Pictures.
For HBO Entertainment News, it was a bright night in New York City as celebrities from film and television gathered to pay tribute to Sir Richard Attenborough. Best known for his direction of such acclaimed films as Gandhi and Cry Freedom, Attenborough was honored by the Metropolitan Museum of Art for his outstanding achievement in film. Chairperson for the night's event was Deandra Douglas, who got a lot of support from her husband, actor Michael Douglas.
I'm here for Dickie Attenborough, who I was fortunate enough to work with at one time, and adore as a human being, and think it's appropriate honor for him, and I'm looking for a good party, too.
Guest of honor Attenborough also had some comments about Douglas, whom he directed in the film A Chorus Line.
I think Michael is a very remarkable actor, and although he won the Oscar for Wall Street, in which he was just phenomenal, I thought his performance in Fatal Attraction was sensational.
The reception and gala dinner will benefit the museum's Office of Film and Television. Another benefit in the works, Comic Relief 3 reunites comedians Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, and Whoopi Goldberg for a third year of fundraising for the nation's homeless. In Los Angeles, to make arrangements for the March 18th live event, the three comic superstars agree that helping the homeless is no laughing matter.
Well, I think that people are sort of getting used to the fact that we're all going to have to pitch in to do what we can. So I think more people get involved, and every year it's more fun.
That's right, America needs our help again.
Among the celebrities joining this year's fundraising effort will be Cher, Elaine Boozler, Louis Anderson, Bob Goldthwait, and Howie Mandel. The event will air live on HBO from the Universal Amphitheater in Los Angeles. Also in production for HBO, cameras are rolling in Atlanta on the set of Traveling Man, a comedy drama starring John Lithgow and Jonathan Silverman. The rural location is a change for Lithgow, who spent most of last year in New York performing in the Broadway hit M. Butterfly.
A lot of scenes are full of this painful comedy. It shows how absurdly people behave when their lives are falling apart.
The film will wrap production in Atlanta and travel to New Orleans just in time for Mardi Gras, February 7th and 8th. John Candy has wrapped production on his latest film, Who's Harry Crumb, which opens at the box office this week. Candy also executive produced the film and admits to occasional run-ins with the film's star.
I have fired myself 3 times on this picture so far, and reluctantly brought myself back on. It's been a battle.
I'm Matt Lauer for HBO Entertainment News.
At 11, you can always hear who, what, and where. On Thursdays, you get the stories that matter. Why did Johnny kill? Warning, medicine may be hazardous to your health. Confessions of an undercover cop. Kids in crisis. The best of the HBO documentaries every Thursday night at 11. In a troubling world, the most important question is why?
Your participation in HBO's Comic Relief has helped thousands of America's homeless. We look forward to your involvement again.
Comic Relief on HBO? We're talking real serious comedy here.
It's the cover story of the year, A Photographer's Dream. A breathtaking look at fashion and the warmth of winter in some of the most exotic tropical locations on this planet. For the first time, Sports Illustrated and HBO take you behind the scenes to meet the models who work from dawn to dusk to outshine the sun. Watch Sports Illustrated, The Making of the Swimsuit issue. Premieres Thursday, February 9th, only on HBO.
Burt Reynolds is in the hot seat.
I think my ex-wife is cracking up.
Kathleen Turner is in the spotlight.
The captain here has just informed me the police have finally captured the infamous South Side sniper.
And Christopher Reeve is infatuated with himself.
I love her a staggering amount.
They're airing more than front page news.
Are you sure, darling?
Sure.
In switching channels. Premieres Saturday, February 18th on HBO. The best movies.
For the best time on TV, catch the brightest stars, the biggest hits. HBO, the best movies. Honored with 6 Oscar nominations and starring 2 Academy Award winners, Cher and Olympia Dukakis. Moonstruck. Honored with 7 Oscar nominations and starring William Hurt, Albert Brooks, and Holly Hunter. Broadcast News. Another master of comedy, Neil Simon's Biloxi Blues, starring Matthew Broderick and Christopher Walken. HBO, the best movies.